Hello, I am Reshma and welcome back to my channel. Here we are going to see the development of the drama. The beginning of the drama goes back to the time of Normans. At this time, a Latin play was performed at Dunstable in honor of Saint Catherine around 1110 AD. Then, after Norman conquest, a new form of religious drama emerged. It was based especially on the symbolic liturgy of the church. And this form of drama paved its way into England through France. These plays were written and performed especially with didactic purpose. That is, it was used to teach the unlettered mass about the religion. Thus, the author of these plays were ecclesiastical authors and the control of the drama was under church. Even the actors used to be priests and the dramas used to be performed inside the church. Thus, these dramas were termed as miracle plays or mystery plays. Gradually, the fame of this drama increased and many started coming to church just for watching this drama. As it became impossible to accommodate a large crowd inside the church, they moved from interior of the building to the porch and then from porch to the churchyard, and when churchyard was not enough, they moved to the streets of England. Thus, when the drama moved to the streets, laymen started acting. Gradually, the laymen superseded all clerical actors, and earlier, when it was performed by priests, the language of the drama used to be Latin. But now, as laymen started acting, the vernacular term of drama became English. These dramas were so popular at that time, especially during the 14th century when it was performed with great interest during Corpus Christi festival every summer. These plays at that time were performed in almost all streets of England in a connected sequence or cycles. These were performed by a trading guild. Trading guilds means a group of actors together, like having a drama company. They used to perform continuously for several days in one particular place. And the famous cycles of England at that time were Chester cycle of 25 plays, Coventry cycle of 42 plays, Wakefield cycle of 31 plays, and York cycle of 48 plays. Each cycle performed the story from Bible. They begin with the creation of the world and then the fall of man, and then goes to the prophetic themes like flood, sacrifice of Isaac, then exodus from Egypt, and elaborate the scene of last time of Jesus Christ, that is his passion, crucifixion, resurrection, ascension, and it closes with the last judgment. Literally speaking, these plays were crude in nature, but still we can find some elements of pathos, especially in the story of Abraham and Isaac, and the element of tragedy can be seen in the crucifixion scene of Jesus Christ, and even comic scenes can be seen in Shepherd's story, especially in Wakefield's cycle. So, these development of this miracle play shows that a rise of new form of art has already emerged in England at that time. Unlike miracle play, morality plays are personified abstractions. That is, the stories, instead of being taken from Bible or sacred scripture, are based on real life incident. Here, the stories will be usually the struggle between the evil and wise character or between the virtue and the vice. So, the representation of character will be allegorical in nature, which represents the theme like good and bad angel, seven deadly sins, five senses, then nowadays present England, how the young Englanders day to day activity, all these are portrayed with the aim of giving moral. The authors of these morality play has created a clash of new characters. Here, they create comedy with a new character called Devil and his servants who represent vices. These wise characters scored tremendous popular success at that time because it created laughter among the audience. They used to create many comic scenes like jumping on the back of the devil, piercing the devil, or scrounging the devil with thorns, then belabouring him with a dagger of lath and making him roar out of pain. These characters can be considered as the forerunner of clown in Elizabethan stage. Morality plays were especially written with the aim of teaching the right living, and during Reformation these plays were written especially with the purpose of exposition, that is exposing what all happened in England at that time, and it also portrayed the conflict between two different religious communities. Like miracle play, these plays were not obliged to prescribed lines. In miracle plays, the sentence, dialogues, everything has to be same like given in the Bible or in sacred scripture. But in morality play, actors were free to modify or change the dialogues or the plot based on their own comfort. Here, they got a great freedom in handling of plot and character. The best example of morality play is Everyman, written to inculcate the sacramental doctrine of Catholic Church. Little by little, as personified abstraction started becoming more and more about individual person, the moral passed insensibly into comedy. Thus, a new form of drama emerged called interlude. The dramatic development in the morality play led to the formation of a new form of drama called interlude. Thus, interlude is a modified form of morality play. Interlude can be considered as short and satiric rather than being directly ecclesiastical or religious in nature like morality play. And the purpose of interlude is also less serious than that of the morality play. Morality play was used to give certain moral, but now the interludes were written just with the purpose of creating comedy. This form became popular during the 16th century, especially because of John Haywood. He was a court musician and an entertainer in the court of King Henry VIII. He writes a play called Four Piece, which is considered as the first recognized interlude. This interlude is about four different characters: Palmer, Peddler, Apothecary, and a Pardoner. Here, these four characters underwent many racy dialogues, and finally they get into the competition that who will say the biggest lie. The development of miracle and morality plays were the years of early experiment in playwriting, and these time can be considered as historically significant in the history of literature, which led to the emergence of Dane School of English dramatic genius, and this paved a way for regular comedy and tragedy. It was during the revival of learning that the real comedy and tragedy developed as an art form. The English dramatists now started going back to classic literature for inspiration and example. They took Latin writers as their model. Plautus and Terence were the model for writing comedies in English, whereas it was Seneca a model for writing tragedies. It was through Latin writers that they learned many principles of dramatic constructions and technique. And our first real comedy in English is Royster Doyster by Nicholas Udall, written about 1550. Nicholas Udall was a headmaster at Eton, and he writes this play for his school boys to be performed in school instead of regular Latin play. This play was written in rhyming couplets and is divided into various acts and scenes, same as that of the Latin play. The story of this play is the wooing of Dame Constance with a vainglorious hero, and many events about this hero's misadventure also has been mentioned. Here we also have many different pranks of Matthew Merry a jester. Thus, from this real comedy, we can see that a completely full-fledged comedy drama has emerged in England now. Next, our first real tragedy is Gorboduc. Later, it was known as Ferrex and Porrex. It was written by Thomas Sackvillis and Thomas Norton. This play was written to be performed in front of the members of Inner Temple for the occasion of Christmas festival of 1561. The story of this play is based on the episode of Geoffrey of Monmouth's history, and interestingly, this is the first play in English to use blank verse. So, we now completely saw how the drama in England developed from miracle play, then it became morality play, and a new form interlude also emerged from this morality play, and we saw real comedy and real tragedy. So, this was the beginning of drama in England. I hope I have justified with the topic and I have pointed out all important points which are needed for you to score good marks. So, if you like the way I am teaching, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and put your valuable comments and suggestion in the comment box below. And as a bonus, I am going to show you how York Cycle performed the play of Fall of Man in the streets of England. Please enjoy.
The Godhead that I saw so clear, I reckoned that he should make kind of a degree that he had wrought, yet saw it sign, and therefore I've great envy. God has made for man a mate, and hard to her I will me hide in that ready way, with poison purpose to pull man by, and prick and prize from God my prey. In a worm's likeness I shall wend, and slyly start a loud lying. A friend, and for thy good is my coming. Of all the fruit ye see hang in paradise, why eat you not?
We may from them each one take all that we give thought, save one tree that is forbidden, 'twould do harm to eat of. And we have a lordship and make mastery over all things on earth we've got.
Woman, get away! To great estate ye may be bought, if ye shall do as I shall say.
I full learn to do that, should I God mispay?
Nay, certain it is no risk. Eat it safely ye may, for no peril therein lies, but worship and a great winning. That just like God, ye shall be wise, and peer to him in all cunning. Aye, God's ye shall be.
Is this the truth thou art saying?
Yes, why dost thou not trust me? I would be an unkind thing to tell naught but truth to thee.
Then I will thy teaching trust, and fang this fruit into our food.
Fight on boldly, be not abashed. Bear it to Adam to mend his mood and eke out his bliss.
Adam, here. Fight on boldly, for it is true, we shall be gods and know all things.
Gods, to win that name I shall it taste at thy teaching. Alas, what have I done for shame, ill counsel, war and thee?
I hope you loved the video. So keep learning. Until then, signing off from you, Reshma.